Okay, here's lick number 8. Okay, I would say out of all these licks we've got to only lick 8, and it's probably the hardest one that we're going to come across, but nevertheless this is going to be the 12th fret on the low E, skip over the A string and play the 16th fret on the D. Then we're going to have 14 on the D, on the A, sorry, then 13, 16 on the D. So it's up to you. You can either sort of choose to pick it all, or you could do some hammer-ons and pull-offs. You could sort of like hammer on the last, the note from 13 to 16 on the D, so you have. So that's kind of the pattern that I'm going to be using for that particular shape and the next one that follows. And this is going to start on the 13th fret on the A, skip over the D string and play 16 on the G, 14 on the D, 13, hammer on to 16 on the G. So we're going to have so when you put those two together, it should sound like this at a slow tempo. Okay, then we're going to move up to 16 on the A, skip over the D string and play 20 on the G, 18 on the D, then slide from 16 to 20 with the first finger on the G. So we'll have. Okay, so we're pretty much using the same picking pattern with the right hand, but instead of hammering on the last note, we're actually sliding up to it. Then we're going to continue up the strings, and we're going to move to the B string and play 21, then play 23 on the high E, and then pull off to 19 on the high E, down to 18. So we're going to have. Then we're just going to hold that 18th note, hammer on 19 on the high E. Then we're going to bend up 21, a whole step, and then play 21 on the high E. Then once you get both those notes together, you're just going to push down the whammy bar a little bit to give it some vibrato. So those arpeggio shapes back to back at slow tempo should sound like this. Okay, well that follows into lick number 9, so here it is. Okay, picking fairly simple for this. We're just literally going to pick the first note of each pattern. So the first note for this pattern is going to be 14, pull off to 11 on the high E. Then we're going to move to the B string, play 12, pull off to 11, slide down to 9. Then the last note will be 11 on the G. So we're going to have. Then we're going to move to the 12th fret on the B this time, and we're going to do a similar sort of technique. So 12, pull off to 9 on the B. Then 11, pull off to 9, slide to 8 on the G. And then play 9 on the D as the last note. So. Okay, so both those shapes together slow should sound like this. Then the next note that we're going to start on is the 11th fret on the G, pull off to 8. Then we're going to have 9, 8, slide down to 6 on the D. then we're going to have 7 on the A. So far we should have this. Then for the last lick, we're going to have 9 pull off to 6 on the D, then 7 pull off to 6 on the A. So that whole thing slow should sound like this. Okay, now we're ready for lick 10. Okay, we're going to start this on the low E on the 11th fret, and we're going to have 11 hammer onto 12, then move to the A string, play 11, hammer onto 13. So we're going to have 13, hammer onto 14 on the D, 13 to 15 on the G, then we're going to pull off from 15 to 13 on the G, 14 pull off to 13 on the D, then go back up again. So far we should have this. Then we're going to have 16 to 17 on the B, 16 to 18 on the high